He stole a giant bird's baby. And what happened next? Well, it's a brutal, brutal lesson in survival.
All right, let's just think about that for a second. What would you do? I mean, one wrong move, one bad call, and bam, you're not the one on the hunt anymore. You are the meal.
And here's the kicker. There's nobody coming to save you. You've got no tools, no backup. It is just you and your wits against something literally built to kill. That's the world we're diving into right now.
So to really get why he made this mistake, we have to understand the world he was in. We're talking about a world right on the absolute edge of survival. It's like a psychological pressure cooker, and it completely changes how your brain works.
You see, survival back then, it wasn't about living well. It was just about not dying. The only goal, the only thing that mattered was making it to the next sunrise. And that constant grinding stress, it's not just tiring, it actually changes how you make decisions. I mean, think about it. The sun just beats down on you. Food is almost impossible to find. Every single choice you make could be your last. This kind of extreme, constant stress, it does something to your brain. Psychologists call it cognitive tunneling. Basically, your world shrinks. All you can think about is the immediate problem: hunger, thirst, fear. You completely lose sight of the bigger picture. And it's exactly that cognitive tunnel that leads our guy to take a huge, desperate gamble. So he's been wandering for days, right? No food, his body's giving up on him, and then he sees it. And to his starving brain, it looks like a miracle. Food. Food that won't fight back, that isn't going to run away. It seems like the perfect answer to the only question his mind is screaming: where's my next meal? Or so he thinks. So let's just break down his logic here, or maybe the lack of it. See, his brain is basically hijacked by desperation. It sees an easy win and just shuts down the part that thinks about risk. I mean, the size of that nest alone, how isolated it is, those are huge red flags. A rational mind would see them, but his mind, it's not entirely rational anymore, and so he goes for it. And this really gets to the heart of it, right? Hunger is louder than fear. That primal need for food, it just becomes this roar in his head that completely drowns out that little voice of caution. So he makes the choice. He steals the chick, and for just a second, a really deceptive second, there's silence. And that silence? It doesn't last. It's broken in an instant, and the entire situation just flips violently. A shadow. That's it. That is the only warning he gets, just this sudden darkness that falls over him, blocking out the sun. It's a silent, terrifying arrival. And it's not just any bird, it's a parent, and its fury is absolute. We're talking about a biological imperative, something hardwired over millions of years. This isn't about hunger anymore. It's not about territory. This is pure revenge. The hunter is now the hunted. Run. I mean, in that moment of just pure animal terror, his brain switches modes again. All that high-level thinking that got him into this mess in the first place, gone. It just evaporates. All that's left is that primal part of the brain, the alarm system, screaming one single command. It's raw fight or flight, and right now, it is all he has. But here's the thing. Running is a losing game. This creature is stronger. It's faster. His instinct is actually leading him straight to his death. And this is where the entire story pivots. He has to realize, and fast, that just running isn't going to save him. That animal instinct to just flee, it's failing. He has to fight it. He has to force the thinking part of his brain to come back online. He's got to stop just reacting and start planning. He needs to use the one single advantage he has over this beast of pure instinct. And this really breaks down the whole conflict, doesn't it? On one side, you have the predator, all instinct, all power. On the other, the human, with strategy. The predator has speed, but the human can look at the terrain and use it. The bird is just this storm of fury, but the human, even terrified, can tap into logic, into patience. He starts looking around, not just for a way out, but for anything, a weapon, a tool, some kind of tactical advantage. And it's that critical shift in his thinking that leads to the final, desperate move, and a lesson he will never, ever forget. And this is it. This is the checkmate move. He doesn't overpower the predator. He outthinks it. He uses what he understands about the world, about physics, about space, about his own size, to create a barrier that the bird's pure strength can't get through. It screeches, it rages, but it's been defeated by logic. He survives, just barely. One. That's what it all came down to. One mistake.
One bad decision made when he was starving and stressed, and it nearly wiped him from existence. It just goes to show you, in a world like that, there are no small mistakes.
So, in the end, he didn't make it because he was faster or stronger. No, he survived because when it really mattered, he was able to switch his brain from pure panic to problem-solving mode. He proved that the ultimate weapon isn't claws, it's not beaks, it's the ability to think clearly under pressure.
And that leaves us with one final, kind of chilling thought. This whole story shows that the line between being the hunter and being the prey, well, it's terrifyingly thin. And what decides it often isn't your body, but your mind. It really makes you wonder, right? When everything else is stripped away, which one are you?